So Shelly, we were just talking, and you have heard about Respace, and it sounds like it really hit a chord with you.
Yeah, it really did. I watched your video and just explaining about how it worked, and it really blew me away because I was thinking about the state of the housing market right now, and I have my son and his wife want to buy a home, and they can't get in, and they're looking for alternatives to how do we get that? How do we get something that is giving us equity back? And I just thought, what a great idea that you've come up with. But then it reminded me a couple of years ago, a group of friends and I had gotten together, and we wanted to investigate what it would take for us to buy a piece of property together and maybe live together, not in a typical commune, but how could we create a situation where we could share the expenses of a bigger home or bigger property? And it was just too complicated. We got into the legal questions of ownership and how do we make that work. We spoke with an attorney, and really the only answers that we were getting back were discouraging. And it's not really yours. You have to share the equity. You can't make this work. You can't pass it on to your children or sell it if you want to move. So we decided to walk away from the opportunity. And then I watched your video, and I was like, she figured it out. She's got it all figured out. This is excellent. So I'm really excited with what you're doing, and I think you have found that that sweet spot to play with and make something great.
Awesome. So why do you think Respace, this is the right time?
Oh, I think it's the right time for a lot of reasons. I think we're rethinking how we live in this world after COVID, and we were shocked into so many changes that we thought impossible. And so I see especially younger people, young professionals, really looking at existing together in a different way, living with other people is more appealing. We've learned how to rely on each other a little bit more in these smaller groups. I think that's a big part of it. Also, just the cost of ownership versus the increase in salaries is so out of whack that this is going to allow some people to get their foot in the door where there's no way that that many people can go out and buy their first $1 million home, where in this case what you're doing, they can buy a piece of that home, they can grow equity in it, and then as their lifestyle changes, they can benefit from that and take it with them. I just think it's amazing.
And so you're someone who has a lot of expertise in the financial side of things. Why do you think it's important to own a home?
Right. So as a CPA, I see a lot of people, young people, that make very good money, but they can't yet afford to buy a home, and they miss out on simple things like Schedule A tax deductions. So that's one reason to, there are benefits with home ownership that are immediate, but long-term benefits are it's one of the best investments in your retirement that you can make, in your long-term, financial growth is to take that monthly payment that you would normally pay a landlord and reinvest it in yourself and grow that equity. It's an opportunity that just hasn't really existed until now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.